ESK8CON is broadcast by and Electric Games, the voice of electric sports. Welcome to Las Vegas, home of ESK8CON 2023.
Events like ESK8CON that are coming along are really going to push the sport. You know, we can all be out here doing our own thing, but when people come together, that's when ideas get formed. That's when the next idea and the next level of ideas comes about. So the more the community gets together, the more there's that sort of idea sex, so to speak, and the new ideas get born, and that's going to push the sport.
ESK8CON is a really unique event. There's a lot of people out there that are riding that aren't part of the Facebook groups, and they just have a board because they grew up skating and they like to skateboard, and so they found their way into owning these electric versions of them. And something like ESK8CON really brings this giant community of both builders, riders, and just new people to the sport all together in one place once a year. It's really not happening anywhere else in the country at this level. And I think that racing is a huge part of the future of PEVs.
My first group ride in one of the towns I grew up in, for the first time I kind of felt like I fit in somewhere. ESK gave me kind of two feelings. One, it gave me something to do and something that I always wanted to do on my own terms. The other side is it made me feel like I belong somewhere. Coming across a group of people that have the same interests and the same stoke is just something that you gotta experience it yourself.
The PEV community is a very unique community. I think we all understand each other because we want to do this very weird thing. There's always someone willing to help, someone willing to show you around. I mean, we all have a ton of differences, but it just becomes this equalizer because you're doing the same thing.
I've been part of the ESK community for about 6 years, and it still blew my mind that there was still not a single annual meetup that we all got together and showed off all the stuff we're working on. There's no convention just for electric skateboards, so I figured, you know what, let's finally bring all the best of ESK into one area and form the very first electric skateboard convention. And along with the convention, we put the race in there too. ESK's more fun now than ever because honestly, there's just so many more parts. The boards are getting so fast, the ranges are getting ridiculous. We can go out riding longer than we ever have before. And there's just more people to ride with now. So every day it gets better and better. Last year it really was like, hey, you know, we could race. But this year we put a big emphasis on the race. We think the sport is definitely in its infancy and there's a lot of ground to be made in the racing circuit. So we'd really like to see the entire sport really grow as a whole. But to start, we got to bring everybody together and put together an annual event at this type of scale. Mike Beard here, the founder of ESK8CON, and I just want to give you guys a huge thank you for supporting ESK8CON, whether you're here in person, watching the live stream, or you're a vendor. Thank you guys so much for the support and making this event possible. We really appreciate it.
The perfect ESK ride to me is finding that stretch of pavement that's got curves, it's super smooth, and lets you just zone out on everything else going on in life.